We have an amazing show for you all tonight. Thank you for being here. Yeah. We are now 25 days out until the upcoming election. 2 leaders of historically unpopular administrations. 2 voting bases who, like it or not, get stuck in echo chambers driven by algorithms to put what they want to see in front of them in order to keep them engaged and using that platform so that advertisers can throw money at the platform and the platform can throw ads at you. 50 United States who
could not have more of an ironic name right now.
And 2 political parties yet to do anything for you. Last week we looked at J.D. Vance, who was able to put his best foot forward in the debate, and how the right wing may have a better chance of winning this election if he was at the top of the ticket. Tonight we are going to take a look at Kamala Harris. And I'm not talking about brat, coconuts, school buses, giggles, wiggles, or the fact that when she gets uncomfortable she constantly feels the need to remind you that she's from the middle class. Tonight we are looking at the fact that Kamala Harris may be the only option for the neoliberal Washington establishment. Let's look at how we got here. Donald Trump definitely was not supposed to win in 2016. Okay? Do your own research on this mess. This whole fucking corporate, shady Mr. I can pull both campaigns down, ray of sunshine of him. And all of this to me is just more evidence that there is not a deep state. Like, okay, like define deep state. If there was a deep state, he would have never won. Conservatives have such a liberal definition of deep state. If I had to define deep state, it would just be overall corporate and industrial interests that overlap. There's not a media conspiracy. If there was any collusion between the
deep state, FBI, is corporate media.
The Mueller report would have had such a greater impact if the media wasn't just constantly screaming Russiagate, Russiagate, Russiagate for 4 years. So like I said, no deep state. If there was a deep state, he would have never won, and they would be able to cut off his campaign way before he ever became a household name. But the only reason Trump won was because Hillary Clinton really wasn't running a very good campaign. I think she truly thought she had the race in the bag. And to be fair, she did win the popular vote. The Democratic Party loves to tell us over here on the populist left, you know, their voting base. Nothing. Actually, no. They never tell us anything. They've been coasting off of
vote for us or else you'll be stuck with Trump
for the last 8 years. And this goes right into my 51% theory that I shared with you last week. Basically, you just have to be 1% better than your opponent. So when you run a really bad candidate, you're going to get 1% better. Like, you could be a pile of shit politician. However, you can still win if you're on this side over here. So what was I saying? Yes, Donald Trump. If the Republican Party put forward a better candidate than Trump, there's a good chance Hillary Clinton would have had it done better or would have not been taken serious at all and would not have been the candidate. And I think you could say the same thing about Biden in 2020. Why bring this up? Because Trump had managed to slow down progressive legislation from either political party. And honestly, I blame the Democrats. The same party of FDR and Harry S. Truman, the same party that brought you Social Security and the Freedom of Information Act, and so many more pieces of legislation that you benefit from that you probably have no idea about. And you look at the resume and track record of this Secretary of State, and you thought this was a good idea. Yeah, no, you should have deserved Trump. But the same political party's voting base did not, okay? Take a good look at Joe Biden's entire career from the 70s to President of the United States. He has been a corporatist the whole time, and he's just 1% better than Trump in 2020. And after the first assassination attempt on Trump, it was very clear that Joe Biden had no chance at all. Now, I said I wouldn't be talking about this, but I lied. Because Kamala is loud was a meme that was spreading around of the hype of the neo-alt-pop powerhouse record Brat by Charlie XCX. Kamala Harris has done one really good thing through this campaign since this moment. She's able to have the progressive left populace kind of project what they want to see in her as a leader. Campaigning is a time for speeches and promises, which rarely gets fulfilled. Trump only came through on 2 things he promised in his 2016 campaign: picking Supreme Court justices to overthrow Roe v. Wade and giving huge tax cuts. I don't know. The job of vice president is to widen the voting base and to not fuck fuck things up for the candidate. Even though I don't blame Kamala Harris for any of the issues coming out of the Biden administration, because at the end of the day, it's on Joe Biden. He's at the head of the ticket. I wouldn't blame Mike Pence for a lot of the shit Trump did in his administration. In a Harris administration will most likely look very different, if not a little bit different. However, we won't know until it's too late to judge. We won't know what her administration will do or what her political operation will look like. This is because she is shackled to a sinking ship that is Biden. We're about to send her into the belly of the corporate machine, and I'm very interested to see if she's able to control it or if she's going to get spit out the other side in 4 to 8 years as just another novel politician who speaks at the DNC every 4 years to tell you that this candidate, their candidate, will solve all of your problems. I control you, and I control elites. Good night.